Hey everybody, welcome back to Rote Reactions. I'm S.A. Baz Collins here once again with my fabulous co-host.
Hey, this is Albert Nutlet.
So we're getting down to the
Ugh.
wire. Last 3 episodes of
Oh
Interview
God.
with the Vampire. We're going to be doing episode 6 today, which
Hmm.
has a really long title, Like the Light by Which God Made the World Before He Made Light.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, and they're going to say it at some
Ooh.
point in the show because every
Yeah,
single
yeah.
title has been a line from the show. So
Hmm.
I'm kind of curious how this one's going to crop up because that's a pretty big mouthful.
Hmm.
All
Cool.
right, you ready to get into it?
Oh my God, I'm gonna suffer. Yes, let's go.
All right. Let me make sure I got subtitles on. Yes. Okay. Here we go.
Yeah.
Stay tuned after the show for an exclusive look inside the episode.
Yeah, and stay tuned because we do the little preview to come and the behind the scenes thing. So.
Totally. I wonder if Louis is going to be super angry at Armand now that he knows he's been hampered with, let's say, or if he's
The
just gonna let it go.
manipulation that has gone on.
Right, that curation of their story.
I knew who I was without those.
Oh my God, that was really intense.
To writing the history of the and the friend you made.
The thing is, with the Covens, I remember there was a reference in the book that said the Covens were necessary because it kept their numbers together, but at the same time, it made the evil and awfulness of them fester. You know what I mean? It perpetuated that kind of thinking.
Yep. It's so rigid.
Yeah.
And they exist for so long.
And they're all predators. So you've got predators circling other predators, you know?
Yeah. And it's only because one of them is like exponentially more powerful than the others, Armand in this case.
Right.
You keep them in check,
keeps them
kind
in
of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I wonder how it would be if you had two equally powerful vampires. Would it be like 11 and 1 in Stranger Things?
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
How
did I get the tapes?
I don't know. Ooh, real Rashid.
There was no postage on the package with the tapes.
He dropped the edamame.
Bylaws of my co-op.
What are you chewing, Rashid? You dropped it.
Did you guys get to my mailman? Huh? I usually give him a little something for Christmas, but I mean, if he's in on it.
What if Rashid is part of the Telemasca?
Maybe. I mean, he's well situated.
And as we know from the books, the Telemasca are very good about slipping people into their world. But it's also why they don't survive, because they get slipped into their, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, here.
Hello.
Oh, Raglan.
Sent a chaperone. I'm sorry. Go away.
He's back.
He loves the hand soap they use here. I wouldn't worry too much about Rashid.
Okay.
The gays and art.
What do you think we should do with the wall?
How big is the Talamasca?
I'm not going to say anything because I may or may not have had a very similar conversation with my boyfriend.
You had pictures.
I mean, not to that degree, obviously. I'm not rich, but oh my God.
Right.
You were a fly on the windshield.
Can you protect me?
From being killed? No. We're particularly poor at...
See, there you go.
I'm not an asset.
You messaged me, I showed up.
Yeah.
Michael was better last time.
I want to get out alive.
You want a book.
I want both.
You fear Armand. You should fear the other one.
What about a selection of Fred Stein's? Tastefully framed. They've been sitting in my albums all this time. Seems a waste.
Maybe it's true. I mean, Louis could just explode again.
Yeah, and he took a blade to his own brother. So, I mean, what's to stop him from snapping?
Oh.
You know what I mean? And we saw the battle between him and Lestat, back at the place in New Orleans. You know?
We can help you find a publisher.
I have a
And to be quite honest, even though Louis lost that battle,
Before you turn it in,
it
we'll pay
was
handsomely for your manuscript.
pretty well matched up to that point when
even see a galley.
Lestat took him into the air.
Wouldn't come out soon enough, and there's a number of us in the Order who think
Yeah.
better it happens with Daniel Malloy in paperback than the bumbling governments of the world.
What's the ask?
My superiors have a list, a few hundred questions they'd like you to weave into your interview.
A few hundred.
Professionally charged to press you to include them.
And apart from your charge?
I think it would be disastrous. I think you'd be
Ooh.
masterful. I think if I could swap bodies with you, I'd be running the Order by now.
I'm leaving you. I wish to tell you that now.
I thought as much. And I thought as well that you'd make a flowery announcement.
What is it?
A flaccid full-length play based on nothing other than the superficial observations of the vampire Sam, his meditation on vampiric existence and enduring.
Strange. I remember you racing back from rehearsals to tell me how ambitious the conceit was.
Well, I was following your advice, wasn't I? I didn't want to bring the work's anxieties into our home.
Or you're recalling the events with bias because of the machinations surrounding it.
Lead with a velvet glove instead of an iron gauntlet was the advice.
Are we really going to be doing this?
Were my words. Feed Santiago his own ego back to him. And smother mutiny with praise.
What does it mean to die?
It almost seems like his head is not attached to that body. Do you know what I mean? The way it's lit.
Yeah.
I've lived now in 2 centuries. Seen the
I'm
illusions
reading
of one
the diary.
shattered by the other. Been eternally young and eternally
Oh, I love her handwriting.
living moment to moment
Wow.
in a way that made me picture a silver clock ticking in a void. Line?
It's a painted face.
So discreet.
Let's stop there. Take the passage again, Santiago, and a foot forward downstage.
I saw that it was dark.
Yes, the theatre is updating its repertoire.
Isn't that exciting?
For those with roles in the updated repertoire, obstreperously exciting.
It's why we sit across from you this evening, Pierre Roger.
Monsieur Liancourt, the gentleman whose wealth has made our sacred art possible for the last 150 years. Maître wishes to invite him to attend the premiere.
Ah, a lovely mission. Of course, the difficulty is communications with your esteemed patron occur only one way.
Asking when was the last time they were in communication?
Maybe ask, when was the last time you spoke with him?
Hard to say. Communications are irregular.
Has there been a lapse in communication?
There hasn't been a lapse in communication, has there?
On that point, I haven't been authorized to divulge.
Get on with
Wow, very cool.
the day, the hour, the minute you last spoke with Lestat de Liancourt.
Telegram. New Orleans, Louisiana, early February 1940.
Merci, Monsieur Roger. Illuminated by light,
In retrospect, the buffoon
which was
was in the audience.
like the light by which God
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
made
Yep.
the world before he made light.
Scribbling in the margins, oblivious to the conspiracy uniting around him.
Ticking, ticking, ticking. The precision of a clock in a room as vast as the universe.
You buy that?
I buy that he'd been in power a long time. You can get lazy.
It was love.
Okay. And love.
Oof,
Love in
ouch.
these days, sure.
Oh, just okay? Oh,
Well, I mean, after the sequences of reliving
I mean,
everything that happened
ye-
in the 70s, you know,
Mr. Malloy the entire dinner.
He used the
you can understand how
Had a piece of
Louis
halibut
being
he
a
still
bit
wanted to swim.
distant.
You were not to leave, Mr. Malloy.
right.
He didn't. Stood by the hand dryer like a creep.
Why do you ask? Love.
Wait, oh my God, really? Can they really lie to Armand? Like, he could just read their minds.
Last resort. I have found one not made of paper and glue. Fuck these vampires. Note to self, everything related to Claudia from this point forward is without written corroboration.
Just our memories of her.
Yeah, which
porous.
yeah, exactly.
A little more vermouth next time, Rashid.
I can make another.
No, it's good.
I wouldn't keep
Just his.
doing that. Like,
I saw that they actually filmed this in Prague. And so Prague is setting in for Paris.
uh-huh. Yeah, they did mention that in one of the behind the
Yeah,
scenes.
yeah.
Uh-oh.
Allez-y, faites vos dessins très ingénieux.
Arrête, on arrête de revenir, d'accord, hein?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Please tell me Claudia's coming or something.
I know she is.
Oh god, no.
Yep, here she comes. Lights are flickering.
On va voir ce que la donner à l'arme, ouais.
Yep.
Oh my god, thank god. Jesus, thank god she came. That was quick.
Of course, Madeleine doesn't have any idea what just happened.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, well, she fucking deserved it. How you like your drink now, bitch?
Oh god, with the scissors. Oof.
I have no pity for evil people like that.
Oh my god, it's so horrible.
Yeah, but she was perpetuating something equally horrible. Not
I know, but just violence is wrong.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
Oh. Hi.
You didn't have a water fountain, so.
Before, like, well, I would have kind of explained him a vampire before going have a snack or something. I don't know.
Don't run.
Yep. That's true. The coven's watching, so let's
That's good.
clean up really quickly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna clean up. And then we can talk. Vampire.
The looks. Oh my god.
I got that vault.
Fake smile. Oh my god, it's so good.
Rubbing, scratching, gestures of anxiety, but then the blues. Like little cigar ends, like portals to the sky beyond.
Like he got sick on the canvas?
Watch. I'll sell it for $5,000 a year. 30 times.
And what then?
Reinvest.
And who is going to fly your plane?
I'll fly.
The first vampire capitalist, the first vampire pilot.
Why not? Take off your clothes.
I am going through sand.
Yeah.
Clothes off, face down in the coffin. Come read them to me while I fuck you.
Someone's sounding a bit more like Lestat. You know?
Yeah.
He's kind of like assumed that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like the same toxic relationship, only inverted.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And Armand's going well, yeah. I mean,
What's blood taste like? You've bit your lip before. No, what's it like to drink blood? Is it like drinking life itself? Warm? Thick? It's not the answers to life's mystery, it's food. I need it.
Take a sip.
Really?
No. Pourquoi non? No. Pourquoi
Just once she starts, you can't stop her. This the dressmaker? You supposed to run out of time?
Yes, I'm the forbidden friend.
Madeleine, this is Louis. Louis.
She's reading one of your diaries in my coffin.
I won't tattoo.
She says another word, I'll break her arms and throw her out the window.
Pull up a chair. Let's start again.
Is it romantic?
No.
No.
Not yet.
Oh? Oh?
Not yet.
You were Lestat's, now you're Armand's.
Or Armand is mine.
That's nice.
I've been a third all my life.
Oh.
Saying that to fight, just saying that it's true. I feel like I get to pick one thing for myself. And it's her. A weird white lady I met by happenstance.
Oh. Okay. Hi.
Hi, this is my weird white lady.
I'm fascinated by Louis's emphasis on I'm not Armand's, Armand is mine. That is
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's like he learned the relationship dynamic from Lestat. So,
yeah.
do you know what I mean?
Yep.
She does.
Ouch.
Paris is yours, Maitre.
Really? Oh.
He may have just said it to placate Armand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But even
I
so,
know
she
it.
had to hear it.
No.
Close your minds. Both of you. I'll know it if you haven't.
That's a peculiar way to eat an apple.
That is so weird. Also, it's just an impossible situation. Is Armand really going through with it?
Mais toi, tu peux aller te faire foutre.
I mean,
They always
come on, when you're really in love with someone, sometimes you make some stupid
Stronger.
fucking decisions.
superior.
I'm not saying everyone does or it happens all the time. I'm just saying it's a known thing, you know.
Tu seras un monstre.
I've never seen anybody
Whoa.
eat an apple like that.
I know. This is
Interesting
just
that
not
he lit
gonna
it
go
with
well.
the lighter and didn't show her that he knows how to do it.
The
Yeah.
fire thingy.
Without the burden of me.
Yeah, see, she did.
Said to get him through the door.
I know they rehearse it, but there's a grain of truth in that.
Mm.
Does it matter? I got the result.
Exactly.
Getting
So manipulative. Oh my god.
Tu vas manger des humains comme tu manges ta pomme? Une par nuit. Aucune pitié pour l'enfant, la mère, l'invalide.
Je suis un humain et j'aime ma nourriture. Quand je serai un vampire, est-ce que j'aimerais ma nourriture?
Comment choisiras-tu qui tu es?
Je tuerai sur les bords. Les faibles d'abord. Et occasionnellement, je me livrerai à mes appétits.
Et quand les derniers vestiges de ton époque auront disparu? Les voitures, les coiffures, les croyances. Comment continueras-tu?
Jeune homme, there's been a war. Claudia, he thinks there's something left of my era.
He's gonna say
It shouldn't be. Oh my god, so disrespectful.
You're stronger. I can feel it.
I am.
Harder too. But you gotta give up something
Yeah.
to get something.
Mm-hmm. Facts. True words.
He's gonna say yes.
Yeah.
Et que feras-tu dans quelques décennies quand elle se jettera dans le feu? Parce qu'elle le fera.
Wow.
Peut-être qu'elle le fera pas.
Hmm?
T'en sais rien.
I mean, he would know better though. Well, he's been alive for I don't know how long.
Yeah, but she makes a valid point. For every rule, there's the exception. How do we know
Well,
not know
yeah.
if she's the
I
exception?
said I would not do it.
he had never
What do you
think it's
mean? Like the
interesting
entire
that-
couple?
I think it's interesting that their legs are crossed in opposite directions,
Yeah, their
which
body
further
language is
separates
like,
them.
yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
2 centuries. And
that's a neat little touch.
Yeah.
he didn't, no.
The idea repulsed me, repulses me.
We're couples therapy.
Yes, yes. I mean, they should talk about what happened.
Hey, with your mind made up.
Louis' opinion.
Claudia's opinion.
Let's see. Fuck these.
Shouldn't we maybe just talk about the betrayal first? And then we can get over this animosity.
What I've learned from draining men, reading their thoughts. Not from books. I never went to school long enough as a mortal.
Projections are...
Like, nobody respects him anymore.
I am the director, directing. A play is a map for production.
No, a play is the script. And there are no mentions in this script of projections. That's your cue, Sam.
It's a work in progress.
Oh, I see.
Pick it up where we left off.
Well, if it is a work in progress, can I just ask, when the fuck is Guido arriving on the stage, please?
He doesn't. He can't. He mustn't.
Where we left off, Santiago.
Guido is hope.
It's fucking Waiting for Godot,
Poems, this is a state.
vampire style.
Perform plays on a stage.
Is this you honouring the playwright?
Not prose poems or fucking maps. And plays require events, Sam. And there are no events in your shitty little play. And Quang and I are bloody dangling up here.
That can be remedied! Gustav!
We do horror shows so we can eat people. You're fangless. I love your work, Sam. Apologies.
Well played, Maitre.
The Berlin blockade ended
Wow.
in May. The Geneva Convention was agreed in August. Some of the front pages from that year. But if you look in the filler, in the back pages, strange crimes reported.
A telescopic lens stolen from the observatory at Meudon. A film company shooting the crime thriller Port d'Orient delayed when its inventory of color film stock is snatched.
A gang of drunkards hanging off the side of the Eiffel Tower, all facing south by southwest, all muttering in unison. Gone by the time police arrived by elevator.
Crimes all left unsolved.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to do it?
Yes.
When?
Tonight.
It's forbidden. Claudia does not want his blood.
She doesn't have an alternative.
We could fail. The woman could turn into one of those drooling revenants you saw back in... You shouldn't do it. You shouldn't tell me in my mind. I cannot keep
Why?
it closed any longer.
I want you to come.
Oh.
I want you to witness.
Why?
Because it can be beautiful. We can bring one in a good way.
Are you asking or making me?
Oh my God, poor Armand.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. Make sure we're not bothered. Yeah?
Condescending nature of it.
Oh my God.
It's okay, baby. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Daddy'll make it better.
I don't like this new Louis. Just, I don't know. Claudia was right. He lost something.
It's gonna go crazy if we don't start.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Madeleine,
No, boy.
if you get scared, you just look at that light.
Isn't that what a dentist says?
I mean, yeah. But it's a good choice because when you have the vampire side, it becomes so glittery and stuff. So.
True.
So here we go.
Madeleine welcomed my fangs. The lamb smiling up at the wolf with unsettling passivity. She watched the lamp while I fed on her.
Yes. That's good. That's right. I'm turning cold now. That's good too.
And Claudia guided her softly down the path, down the dark path.
Just hold on to my voice.
Oh, goodness gracious. What? Really?
Oh yeah, that
With
was
them
a
in the
thing
coffins?
That was
I
a
knew,
thing back then.
I knew they do it, but like what? I didn't know that they put them in the coffins. Jesus.
Did she take? Yeah? Yeah, she is. They're both on their way. I told them to get out of town. They're out of town. And I know that because I can feel her. Madeleine. This stranger. My fledgling.
What happened here?
I opened my wrist back up. Gagged myself, tried to throw the blood back up. I thought I'd feel like I was losing Claudia. I did not care. I finished the job. Claudia took my hand. We said something about being even. I did not care. You were right. You broke with the coven?
They gave me a choice. I chose.
That's what you said to me, right? Standing in my blood, stroking my hair.
You know it is.
That's my memory of it. But you were there too. Maybe there's something I missed, or maybe there's something you put in there later.
Stop it.
No, trust
This is
is
too
gone.
important a moment in our
Yeah.
story for these games.
Is there a game being played?
You've remembered what you did to yourself in San Francisco.
Okay, so we're finally talking about it.
Erased it.
I am.
You've no right to be. You asked me to do it.
Excuse me.
What?
He's full of shit.
I failed Louis once in my life. It wasn't in San
I
Francisco.
would never ask you to do that.
No.
Pages I tore out of Claudia's diaries, we did most of those together.
Not all of
And
them.
the ones I did on my own were to protect me from you, Mr. Malloy.
Oh.
Why did I owe you my shame? Why did I owe you my one act of cowardice?
Wow.
The series of abhorrent consequences that followed.
Yeah.
But he forgave me for it.
Or so he said. I mean, yeah.
Far more damage to your mind than 5 nights in San Francisco.
It was 6.
My point made.
Ho, 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 ho.
You've a sharper mind as any human that walks.
I asked you to erase it?
Yes. After you came out of a shower in our home in Sausalito. 3 days after we abandoned him.
But we know
And-
Armand is a false narrator.
I know,
As
but-
much as Louis is.
Yeah, I know. It's like we can't really tell, but is it true? Oh my God, Louis, how can...
Mr. Malloy, I was a coward.
I saw a dead girl in your mind while you were dying.
Oui, aimer, My sister.
Oh. Why does he have to be like that?
We already had it out. Aimee, we used to call her the family idiot. She would eat pine cones. And I didn't tell her about Aimee because I didn't want her thinking she was... What was your word?
The replacement.
What?
So thank you
Right.
for falling right back into Daddy Lou's shoes. And thank you for never treating me like a child. Take some lessons, Louis.
Oh.
Are you thinking of coming back to Paris?
Trash piles and men who smell like cheese. No, merci. No. We're going to Wonder.
Wonder? Wonder. This one?
This is going too clean.
This is the act.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's all very, very neat.
Okay, well.
Yeah.
And we know Anne doesn't do neat.
I know. Why are they pretending to drink that thing well? Anyway.
It's bliss.
Still, we didn't make it easy for you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly. They forced him to leave the coven.
You all right there?
I cannot read your mind.
The architects of our... I made you. That's just the way it is.
Yes, but I feel you, Louis.
I feel you too, Madeleine.
I told Claudia I can feel your love her. And we should see him once more.
I'm glad you did. I'm glad we did this.
I can feel you too. Through him.
Oh.
Yes, he loves you.
Okay. Okay. He gets enough of it.
Why so uncomfortable?
Getting too big to get out the door.
Taking a stretch. Oh, give me another. Love.
There he goes. There he goes. Will he get through the door with that big head?
Why don't you want him to know how much you love him?
That's what I was thinking. But you never tell him? So weird.
I knew it was too smooth.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Everyone's frozen.
And here it comes. Wow, I thought they were just going to make it like they did it without him knowing, but he let it happen.
When you think about it, Armand did say they made me have a choice and I chose.
Right.
I don't know what that choice was.
Wow. Oh my God.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
He chose.
Oh my God, Armand's face. He's tortured by that.
Awful and awfulesses and all those who...
Jesus, oh my God, they're going to actually show... Oh.
150 years we here at the Theatre
No.
have shown you, your obscene predilection.
Oh my God, I loved Santiago so much. His contempt for humanity is so awesome. Oh God.
So if you want to kill your lover or fuck your mother, it'll have to wait. Because today,
oh my God,
we're turning our lurid
no.
selves.
No.
I stand before you in broad daylight at this first ever matinee at the Théâtre des Vampires to perform for your salacious gratification. Us.
Whoa.
Are you ready, you filthy animals?
Oh my God, we're just cheering.
Seated.
Wow. They messed him up.
Trio stand accused.
10 minutes to your entrance.
Holy shit.
Monsieur Dianca?
Thank you.
Fuck.
10 minutes.
The premeditated murders of the vampiress Antoinette Brown.
In a pinstripe, no less. The ultimate power suit. Well, for gangsters.
Jesus Christ. Oh, no. Oh, my God.
He's coming. Lestat de Lioncourt. The victim.
It's justice for the attempted murder of my being.
Guilty. Or not guilty.
Oh my God. Oh no, this is so intense. They're doing it even more dramatic
and
than
think about it, they're also doing it in daylight.
Who funds you guys?
Yeah.
Which is really dangerous for them.
The stakes for Malloy in episode 6
Oh.
really begin to ramp up. I mean, it doesn't help that Telemasca is telling him that
he's on his own, kind of, right? Yeah. No.
No, we're particularly keeping our assets alive.
But also, he's really making headway. And he's an experienced enough journalist to know that with powerful people, they're liable to lash out. And so I think, yeah, there's a real fear, and you can see it in Eric's performance, that he's still cracking wise, but it may not be quite as convincing.
I want to get out alive.
You fear Armand. You should fear the other one.
Imagine a tightrope walker. He knows that he knows how to walk a tightrope.
See, here's the thing about Armand.
Every once in a while, he glances down, and a little
well, I'll save it for after.
goes through his
stomach.
That cold chill.
Rashid, did you and Mr. Malloy talk to anyone during dinner? As soon as he gets in,
Still don't get how they lied to him.
he's already working on how to manipulate it and spin a new web.
Why do you ask? Love?
Louis known for a long time that there's something
Love.
wrong. There's a lie being told. And that penthouse in Dubai is a bit of a prison. And I think Louis and Daniel throughout the years have been like sort of kept things for Armand.
Claudia revealing that she's a vampire shows how comfortable she is revealing that to another person.
Don't run. I think it's really beautiful that she gives Madeleine the choice on how to react to her being a vampire. I'm gonna clean up.
They have such amazing chemistry. I was just drawn to what they were doing.
Is it romantic?
No.
Yeah, it was very good. That scene was cool.
Sees that there's something in her.
Oh, yeah.
Here's me in
Oh,
my
lovely.
entirety. What are you gonna do now? You have a choice to make. I feel like I get to pick one thing for myself, and it's her.
Louis turns Madeleine with
The weird white lady.
because he loves Claudia. That's what he wants to do for her.
You think you're happy with me now? Can you imagine me without the burden of her?
Claudia's very good at reading people. She knows that she can convince Louis.
You're going to do it?
Yes.
When?
Tonight.
The reason that Louis does it is because they're reaching that stage where they're growing apart now, and it's like, oh, okay, so once we do this, we're done.
Turning Madeleine was a really beautiful moment for Madeleine and Claudia. And I was just thinking, like, I just don't want to get in the way.
I'm gonna go crazy if we don't start.
Yeah, me too.
And I couldn't anyway. What they're doing is so magnetic.
If you get scared, you just look at that light.
Working with Kat, who was our intimacy coordinator, we worked on like levels of distance between like mouth to neck.
When we see Louis take a bite of Madeleine, it's like Claudia's hunger takes over as well, and she gets involved.
Yep.
I love that scene. I love that relationship. Those two characters deserve more than any of the characters in the show to just be able to live
Oh.
an eternal life,
Yeah.
companionship together.
And it would have been a healthy one.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But of course, with vampires, you can never be happy.
Yeah. It's, oh.
Like a romantic comedy or like a family Thanksgiving, everyone's getting back
Mhm.
together and it's awkward and you feel the tensions.
You all right there?
The sets were beautiful. They built a cafe with a band and beautiful lights.
For the Mishka bar, named after my eldest dog, we wanted this almost to feel like a fever dream, but really playing with light and space in a way that connects kind of deeply with what's happening with the scene.
I've got to do a bit of improvising in that scene as well. I've got to shout things at Armand.
Will he get through the door with that big head?
Filming it was so bittersweet because we were having such a
Right.
good dinner, and then it all goes.
Horribly wrong.
Tits up.
Wow. Oh, that scene.
And you can hear Louis screaming for Claudia.
Louis is just like missile focused on Claudia. Like, how do I get her out of this situation? I have to give massive props to the background actors on our show.
Oh my God, that's right. They stood still.
Be completely still in place and just do it again and again and again and again and again. I think piss doesn't really cover how Louis feels when they're kidnapped.
The jury!
Yeah.
10 minutes to your entrance, Monsieur Liancourt.
Lestat returns for the trial.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
He's back in all his kind of hectic, complicated glory. What is he gonna do?
And the vampire,
Lestat, miss you.
Liancourt.
Oh boy. Oh my God. Oh, these episodes are getting even more intense all the time, and it's like in this episode, I started kind of feeling for Armand because he's like, there's manipulation, like forced to do things, and he feels so bad about that thing he did with Claudia, but at the same time, he's this really smart, manipulative vampire who's playing his own game. Oh my God, it's super weird and kind of awful. Like the way they're like just bickering right now during the interview, like you said, like they're kind of in their body language is like distancing them. I don't know, like that relationship is so weird.
Well, it's just as toxic as Lestat and Louis was.
Yeah.
But I want to color that last statement by saying Louis and Lestat's toxicity was born out of Louis constantly wanting to hold on to his humanity, and Lestat was trying to push him past that, and so
Right.
the toxicity was born out of that kind of thing. I also, for me, and this is kind of what I was going to make the point earlier when I said I'll wait till the end. There's two things. One, we know Louis and Armand are false narrators. They will invent whatever they need in order to color it the way they think they need to.
Right.
So you can never trust fully, even if they state with absolute certainty that it's the truth. Most of the time, it's like, here's the truth, and they're telling it this way.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And whereas I think with Lestat, even though Lestat can tell a lie, when you ask him something pointedly and want the truth, he'll give it to you. He'll just be blunt. He'll just say it. And he gives zero fucks how it affects you. So in many respects, you can almost respect Lestat more because at least you know if you press him, he will tell you the absolute truth because he doesn't care how you perceive it or what it does to you when he says it. So you almost have to respect that more. Okay, the second thing is we saw how Armand, when he first encounters Lestat, how powerful he was. He could stop time. He could make Lestat fall to his knees. He could, he was able to really manipulate the space he was in. So we know how powerful Armand is. However, and this is the point I really wanted to make, I think it's interesting how much of his power Armand abdicates of his own volition. In other words, he shuts himself down. Do you know what I mean? He's really powerful, but it's like he never wants to exercise that power unless he's really pressed to go there.
Yeah.
You know? And I think that's what Louis is exploiting.
Yes, of course.
You know, and I think that it's kind of a weird tightrope kind of situation because at any time Armand can just say, fuck this, you know, And
Yeah.
so the danger's inherent there, but it really is Armand who's holding back. It's not so much Louis keeping him pressed to the wall. You know what I mean? It's like Louis thinks he's pressing him to the wall, but at the same time, I think Armand just kind of holds himself back so that, you know, and I don't know if it's out of love or if it, I think it's more out of that Armand just wants approval so fucking bad. You know, that we, you know, remember when they were in the museum and he was telling his past
Right.
story. You know,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
been degraded over and over and over again. He was sold as a piece of sexual property, you know. So he really has, I think, a lot of self-deprecating and a lot of self he really plays down on himself. And it's not so much self-deprecating, it's more just really he doesn't have a very high self-esteem. And
Right.
I think he tries to get it from Louis, and before that it was Lestat. And he even made that connection where he said, you know, after Lestat blew him off, he closed himself off to any kind of relationship until Louis came along.
Yeah.
Which says to me that Lestat kind of set that whole thing in motion. You know, when he abandoned and rejected Armand back in the day,
Right.
it kind of set this in motion that Armand got really fucked up in the head about that. And,
Right.
you know, so I don't know. That's kind of where I'm going with it. I think, you know, and the books kind of lay that out, but they're playing with it in a different way that I think gives it a fresh feel. But I think the underlying spirit of the book is still there.
I mean, yeah. I was kind of thinking that maybe, yes, Armand is super powerful and everything, but these mental chains that some vampires have, they sometimes cannot break them. And so it's like they lived in squalor, you know, in the coven, and they could have reigned as kings over the medieval world or whatever, and they didn't because of the religious indoctrination. So Armand right now seems to me, well, in the past, like he's at a very vulnerable point, and Louis is kind of exploiting that either on purpose or maybe not, and like you said, maybe perpetuating this toxicity with the relationship he had before. And so now Armand is kind of being forced into very uncomfortable situations by Louis and then Claudia until it reaches this point. But I think it's really telling that Armand keeps beating himself down for this one thing he did. And he's tried for decades to atone. And Louis is just never going to let it go, and he's never going to forgive him. I don't care if he does. It's obvious he doesn't. Like the shot of Claudia is still over them and will always be. So I don't know. It's very sad that they would stay together even after all of that when it's not going to work.
When it's built on a lie in many respects.
Yeah.
You know, how long can you keep a relationship that's built on a consequential lie? And from someone that you can't really trust. I mean, when he turns to Louis and says, "You have no right to be angry with me for it because you asked me to do it." How do you know that's true?
Yeah.
How do you know
he
that's
never
true?
gave. Yeah.
You know, so it's like even when they say, "Oh, this is the real truth," you can't believe it. They've shot themselves in the foot so many times. It's just, you know, you can't. It's like, well, it's like any other relationship. You have somebody in your relationship who constantly bends the truth or manipulates the truth to their own betterment. You get to a point where anything they say is questionable. Anything, you know?
Oh boy. Okay. Yeah.
You know, I mean, the
episode
show is
is-
really all about power play. That's what it's all
Yeah.
about. You know, who has power in what
I
situation.
know that entire Louis thing where it's like getting the cup. Oh, gee, like, oh my
Yeah.
God, like
Armand is mine, you know?
Yeah. I wonder if it's just born of a place of like what Lester did to him, and now it's like, no, I have to be the powerful one
Right. I
because
have to assert myself. I don't know. Yeah. They're all acting like a bunch of teenagers on steroids.
Oh my God. Yeah. Well, the show
You
is
know,
excellent. It's just
for
incredible.
really old people, they act like a bunch of teenagers. Anyways, everybody, that's it for this week. Check out all of our reactions up there. Leave a comment down below what you think about what we've said, what our thoughts are. What are your thoughts at this point? Try not to do spoilers because some people who may be reacting may not have seen the whole show yet, even though it is all out at this point. But just try to keep it, in a constructive kind of talk or debate or theorizing. But if you do know more in advance, try not to spoil it for people. We want to make sure that everybody's enjoying the ride as we go through it. So check out Albert Nothlet stuff at albertnothlet.com. My stuff is at sacollins.com, and all of this can be found at ropepodcast.com. Help us keep the lights on by joining our Patreon. We have levels at $3, $5, and $8, or you can go to Buy Me a Coffee and just do a one-time donation if that's all you're able to do or willing to do. Any amount helps us out. So it helps us keep the lights on, keep the websites going, and pay for all the other stuff that we use in editing these videos. So that's it for this week. Tune in next time, and until then, keep watching those movies, keep watching those shows with friends and family, and we will see you soon. Bye. Well, we won't see you soon. I mean, you'll see us, but yeah, anyways. Bye.
Oh, what's that? Closing time. The bums rush in Melody, dear.